Hey, second and third graders! This week we are going to be talking about balloons and designing them. So we are going to be designing a balloon for the Macy's Day Parade. So you have to think about how will it stay up in the air. If it has too many small pieces, they may not get enough helium in it, so it may deflate. So we need to have at least one big area on our balloon. So I'm going to make a dinosaur for my balloon. I want to turn it this direction. My head, I'm going to draw it on a piece of paper first, then I'm going to draw it digitally in Seesaw. So my head for my balloon is pretty big. I need to make sure I get a lot of air through there. This is my chest coming down, the back side coming down. So there's another big area that the helium can get through. My toes might be a problem. I got to figure that out. So my feet, they're going to be in overalls here. There's a pocket here. One shoulder across. I have a dino hand here. So I'm just quickly sketching what I think. That might be a problem for the helium too. It might get stuck. Then I need to have a tail coming out. Make sure it's big enough. It's not going to have problems. Okay, so here's my basic dinosaur. I need to make sure when I add my spikes off the back that they're not going to be too small because then the helium will get stuck and won't be able to go through. And then I'm going to add in my eyeball, the little eyeball here. And then kind of a zigzaggy mouth. And this dinosaur was eating some children, so I'm going to have a sneaker coming out. Now this might have to be a separate balloon, I think. That might be too hard. So I'll have to decide on when I get on the computer. So there is my sketch. That's my idea for what I want to do. So then I have to think about, okay, where are here's some ideas. So there's going to be one. There's another one. And down here at the bottom, there could be a lot more strings coming out. So I'm making sure I think about where the strings are going to need to come from to control the balloon. I might need a second one right there. So those are all the strings that are going that are going to carry the balloon or hold the balloon down. Some balloons take 90 people to carry. I don't know. Mine's pretty big. It might take 80 people. And I think mine is 4 stories high. So that is 3 of my houses stacked on top of each other. That's how tall my dinosaur is. And then I want to think about how wide it is. My dinosaur is one tractor trailer wide. So it's pretty big. All right, now let's get it onto Seesaw. Okay, guys, so now I have my sketch, and now I'm going to put my sketch into this beautiful picture. So my beautiful picture is of a street in New York. Okay, and so now it's my job to draw. All right, here we go. So I think I'm going to start with a smaller tip pencil. I might do something lighter so I can see. I like the idea of my dinosaur being a pink dinosaur. So I'm going to choose a color I like. I'll do that. And then if my tip is too big, double click on here. And then that way you can choose the size. Okay, so I'm choosing that size. I'm going to start at the top. My dinosaur is going to be tipped a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start at the back of the head. I'm drawing my dinosaur's head. Now remember, if you don't like the way it looks, there's a lot of options and you can definitely erase. There's my head, okay? And then it comes down a little bit. And it comes down a little bit. Now, I want to switch because my dinosaur is now going to be, these are going to be her overalls. Make them purple. So from here, goes down, and there's the foot, and there's that overall. And then the overalls come back up. Now, I need to draw on the shoulder strap of the overall right here. It goes over like this. So I'm going to just keep drawing on my balloon right here. There is a pocket. Get all the details that you added on your beautiful drawing you did. Add back to pink. We need an arm right here. just give yourself a little bit of grace, guys. It isn't easy to draw with the Seesaw tools. It's much easier to use your fingers. So if you are lucky enough that you're drawing with an iPad, you are very lucky. I need to do my tail. My tail comes out here. So my dinosaur is really close to the bottom of the street. So right now, if this was happening, some of these cars might be getting a little bit smushed. So I'm going to do brighter, and I'm going to change to a marker for these. I want it to be that color. Maybe a little more pink. All right, and then I'm drawing my bumps on my tails here. Some are going to be bigger. So none so far have I colored in. So I'm doing my sketch first, and then I'm going to try and color it in. Don't get frustrated when you're coloring in, guys. Okay, so here's my beautiful dinosaur. Now it needs eyes. I'm going to switch my color to that black to get that black eyeball. Here's where my eye is. Okay, there's my eye. I need, right above it is, it needs a nostril. And so notice I've changed the size of my drawing utensil a couple times, guys. I am choosing right now, I do not want to do that sneaker. It is going to be too hard for me. Okay, so what I do need to do is go back and color this in, but I need to switch and go back to those really skinny lines, really skinny, and I'm going to make them gray, maybe brown. Okay, and I need to add in some strings so that my handlers, the people in charge of holding down my balloon, will be able to hold it down. So I'm adding these lines coming down off my dinosaur. There needs to be a lot of them, especially off the front of that nose. Maybe one off the belly. So this way, this is how it's going to be held going down the street. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to try and color my dinosaur. Okay, I'm going to switch to this tip. It's going to be pretty big. There we go. All right, I'm going to go a little bigger. And then I'm going to color in my tail. Taking my time, guys. If you mess up, there is an arrow. You can go back. I'm going to have to switch to a smaller tool to get the end of my tail. See how it's really tiny up there? So then I gotta say, okay, I want the tiny one. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna color it in. So guys, this is taking me some time. It's gonna take you a little bit of time. If you rush through and you don't color it, I'm gonna send you back to do that. So let's do this really well the first time. So I might go over some of my details and just redraw them. Because I know that going around all that would make me a little bonkers in the head. So I have my dinosaur. My overalls are currently see-through, but that's okay. I'm going to fix that in a minute. I have to go back, fix my size again. Remember, you can go back and forth a whole bunch of times. There's my mouth. Here's my nostril. Here's my eyebrow back. Okay. I do need to go back in and get those overalls. Getting my edge of my... So when you're done, guys, you need to be able to explain to me what size your dinosaur is, right? So you have to be able to say, my dinosaur is, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories high. That's pretty tall. And my dinosaur is going to be as wide as, let's see here, 1, 2, at least 3, 4, 5 cars wide. So you can just count in the picture to help you. All right. My dinosaur is almost finished. I have all my things there. I might need to go back in, get a little bit smaller tip. Okay, finish that right there. So looking at it right now, my dinosaur has see-through spikes, so I may need to go back inside and get those colored in a bit. All right, there is Miss Penelope Rex. She is ready for the parade. I might have one more really skinny going off the back side here. Oops, that should have been brown. There we go. Going off the back. All right, then make sure you check it, and then it is good. Awesome. So there's my final.